What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is gonna be your review for, excuse me, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, season 5, episode 4. Excuse me, y'all. All right. So look, this is the episode of we gonna forget we already know the ending to all these storylines. You know, or at least most of them. Because we start the episode off. We start off talking about Tierra Marie and her boyfriend Akbar, who's the same Akbar that they leaked that old bullshit ass sex tape. But let's pretend like we don't know how this ends. So Akbar is, she met him after rehab, and he's also helping her get her career back together. She's doing a video, and he's directing the video. The song actually sounded halfway decent. I might, if it ever come out, it's actually a halfway decent song. So then we see him talking to her, and she's talking about how she's been hanging out with Nikki Baby, going to industry events, and he's like, well, who is she, and how she getting invites to all these industry events? And she was like, cause Nikki know people, and he was like, well, were you drinking? And she gonna say, well, I didn't drink at that party. That is a clear indication. See, whenever people start trying to get specific in their answers, that's when they don't want to lie, but they're looking for that loophole. So, if you hadn't been drinking, the answer just would have been nah. But when you say, I didn't drink at that party, that means your ass drank somewhere else. Okay, look, you the alcoholic. You can play with fire if you want to. So then we saw him being real controlling about the video and where she's staying and the other model and all that other stuff. So I guess that's going to be the storyline, that he's so controlling and all this other stuff. We'll see later on. Then we see Lyrica and her mama. They are Big Lyrica and Little Lyrica, as everybody calling them. They are at the Donatella's radio show. Donatella, remembers, the one that she does the showcases and all of that other stuff. So they're at her radio show. And she's talking about the K. Michelle piece. Like, well, what happened with that? Let me get the scoop. What's the big deal? What's the whole thing with that? And Big Lyrica started talking about she working on her EP, and she got a song talking about what goes around comes back around, and she starts singing the hook, and she said that's dedicated to that bum-ass bitch K. Michelle. And that's the face Lyrica made. Like, did she just fucking say that? And so, Lyrica was like, well, I just don't, and Donatella was like, well, give us the scoop, girl, give us the scoop. And she said, well, I don't speak on peasants. And, we just can't, I'm just not going to go down that road with people that are just beneath me. All right. So then Big Lyrica going to say, well, you don't know this, but I ran up on K. Michelle last week at her show, And her mother, and, Lyrica was like, what did you do that for? Because I just had to let her know. And she said, Ma. So now they start having an argument on air, on this radio show. She was like, Ma, you can't do that. Like, what is wrong with you? You can't just be running up on people. Like, so they get to arguing, and I felt like she was a little disrespectful towards her mother. But, a lot of people are disrespectful as far as I'm concerned on these shows, so to their parents. So whatever. It's part of their storyline. But, excuse me. She was a little disrespectful, and her mother storms out. Then we get to Fizz, Tiffany, AD, and Moniece. And let me tell y'all something. This storyline is so damn ridiculous to me. Tiffany is AD's former friend from last season. She was a stripper. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I'm just telling y'all who she was, if y'all don't remember who she was. And somehow or another, her and Fizz are now dating. Now, here's the piece. Tiffany, if you was really concerned about your relationship with Fizz, and it was really all about being with Fizz, then when AD came over to the house, because AD came over to the house to get basketball shoes for the baby, Fizz told you to stay the fuck upstairs. Because he ain't ready to have this conversation. He know Monique's crazy as shit. He not ready to have the conversation. He just wants y'all to be happy, laid up in bed, doing whatever the hell it is y'all been doing. You bring your happy ass downstairs in your lingerie. You did it for a purpose. You wanted to be seen. You wanted AD to know you were there. You wanted AD to know that you were messing with Fizz, and you wanted it to get back to Moniece. You wanted the smoke. You wanted the drama. And it was also the storyline. But that doesn't matter. So, AD is like, what the fuck is this? Like, and AD, to AD's credit, she didn't even come after Fizz. She went at Tiffany like, you want some straight get back bullshit. Like you came at him to try to get back at me, and of course Tiffany was like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." Of all the people in LA you could have dated, and Fizz, vice versa. Of all the women you could have dated, y'all end up together. Come on, stop it. It's all about what it is. It's all about the drama. And AD told her, AD was like, look, this is that bullshit. This is. And then as soon as AD left, he was like, why did you come downstairs? Like, now I got to deal with this bullshit. Because he know Moniece is about to act a fool. Why? Because Moniece crazy as shit. Anyway, so then we see Princess and Ray J. Ray J fake putting together a toy for the baby. Because, anyway. And he tells Princess about the whole situation with Ray J. I'm sorry, I say Ray J. Lloyd. He tells her the whole situation about Safari, Lyrica, A1, how he tricked Safari into confessing that something went down between him and Lyrica. And Princess was like, look, you need to stay out of that. Like, that's married couple business. We're friends with both of them. Don't get in it. And he was like, well, I feel like I need to let A1 know what's up. And, Princess was like, no, you don't. Nope, stay out of it. That ain't our business. Now, I see both sides of that coin. Had this not been a situation where y'all were taping it for TV, I would probably agree with Princess. But the fact that A1 is going to see that y'all knew and didn't say nothing, now you got to walk a little carefully. In my opinion. But I definitely see both sides of that scenario, because when you're friends with a married couple and things go down, it probably is best for y'all to just stay out of it. It's probably best for y'all to just stay out of the mix. But anyway, we'll see how that goes down. Bob, then we see Brooke, I was gonna say Booby. And we see Brooke and Marcus. She's going to have her biopsy. They're going to remove the lumps and everything, and he's there with her. And her thing is, I know right now he still got his little girlfriend or whatever. I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that once we get past all of this. But he is mine, and it's time for him to stop playing these games. Okay. All right. A1 and Lucci. I said in the first episode when Lucci was talking about all this money he had and how he was spending all his money, I said that he need to watch himself. So in this episode, Lucci spending up all his money. He staying at a room that's I don't know if it's a room or a house, but it's $20,000 a night, and he's having stripper parties and all this other stuff. And A1 is trying to tell him, like, dude, you might want to chill out on how you spending your money. He was like, as fast as it comes, as fast as it'll go. And he would say, I've seen so many people come into this industry and end up getting screwed up. And the thing is, to his credit, he's having the conversation with Lucci, saying, look, you need to watch your money. He's like, he said, you can still have a good time and not spend all your money. You got to invest or whatever. And Lucci on that, I'll worry about it later type shit. So y'all already know what his storyline going to be. His ass going to be broke in 2 episodes. But anyway. So then we see Paris, Nikki, and Tierra Marie. They're at this industry event with the naked women and the people in the pool with the what's it, the foam, because I don't think it was soap. It's the foam, and it's just a mess. Now outside, it looks like a nice little industry event. They out on the terrace, people are talking, people are real chill. The inside is the shit fest, right? And it's just naked women everywhere, and it's a mess. So Tierra, Paris, and Nikki, they're talking, she's catching them all up on what's been going on with her and everything. And y'all know, Paris is being Paris. Paris is funny. Paris is hilarious, Then this new artist rolls up. What's her name? La Brittany? Is it La Brittany? I think her name is La Brittany. And, yeah, La Brittany. And, I guess she's going to be a new character. It looks like she's going to have a situation with A1, but we'll get to that. But she's from Chicago, so she's telling Tierra Marie, I really love you. You were inspiration to me. I've always looked up to you. You come from where I come from, and I know if you can do it, I can do it. What she do? But okay. So they're at the event, and all of a sudden, here come Akbar. Akbar mad, and he talking about so this is an industry event. This is where you, because like I told y'all, now outside, it does look like a nice little event. Inside, it's a shit fest. It's like a bootleg Playboy mansion going on inside. So he was like, so of course, Tierra Marie was like, look, I'm not in there with that. I'm out. You see, I'm out here with them, and we are talking, and he gonna come at Nikki. Y'all know that ain't the one to do. Y'all know that ain't the one. Y'all know Nikki don't be playing that bullshit. Nikki, baby, don't play that. Nikki was like, excuse me. She was like, all kinds of people come through the club. Because y'all remember Nikki family owned a club. All kinds of family people come through the club. She was like, I'm not no bum bitch. Don't come at me like that. She was like, I don't even know you like that. Like, Nikki, I know Nikki is not the fucking one. All the time tossing her head, y'all. All the time tossing her head. Nikki don't be playing with them like that. So Tierra, so of course he coming at her like, "What you doing here? What's going on?" Being real. And Paris was like, "What?" How y'all know Paris dumbass. Paris is like, "What? What's all of this? Like, why you gotta be so like forceful and stuff?" And Paris is like, "Why are you tripping?" Tierra Marie was like, "What's going on with you? Why are you coming at my friends like that? Like, why are you carrying it like that? Like, I'm here. You see, I'm not doing nothing. You see, I'm not drinking. I'm good." So they end up going off to the side, and she's like, "Why are you embarrassing me like that?" She was like, "I'm just here trying to let people know that I'm still out here. And you understand what's going on. Like, how the industry is. Why are you tripping like that?" And in the meantime, Paris and Nikki are like, "I ain't never seen Tierra bow down to no dude like that. Like, what's up with that?" And they end up, I want to say they end up leaving. In the meantime, LaBrittany, she done rolled up on A1 talking about how she want to work with him. And I don't think she was really being flirty, but that's how the scene played. That she was sort of flirting with him or whatever. And, of course, he giving her the look over. Now, in the meantime, somebody is video and sending it to Lyrica, because Lyrica done text A1 talking about something. "Oh, so that's what we doing now? That's what we doing now? We just doing orgies and stuff?" And A1 is like, now he looking around the room like, who the fuck is sending videos to my wife? So, and it might not even going to his wife. It might have just been posted to the internet and somebody tagged his wife in it. So then we see Moniece, AD, and Mr. What's his name? Mr. Whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Mr. Her friend. Well, I can't think of his name. Anyway. Mr. something. Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray. See, I know I was going to remember. So AD is telling Moniece what happened when she went over to get the sneakers, knowing damn well that Moniece is going to trip out. Telling Moniece that, Fizz is messing with Tiffany now. I went over there. And Moniece is like, "Are you serious?" So, of course, she posts. Now, here she go, because she an IG thug. She posted on the internet. She put this long ass diatribe on the internet about Tiffany and who Tiffany is and why she around her son. And she was like, "Me and Fizz have come a long way with our co-parenting, and I just can't believe people put it in jeopardy over this bitch. And I don't want my child around her if this is gonna be just a bunch of bullshit." So, of course, pan over to Fizz and Tiffany. Tiffany sees the post on Instagram, and now she mad, and of course they end up going back and forth over the internet. And Fizz is like, "Come on, like, this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. Like, I didn't want the fucking smoke." He was like, "I know how she is. I that's my baby mama. I know how she is." So, cause they out on a date, and they back it, and Tiffany back and forth on the phone with Moniece or whatever. So Fizz is like, "Look, we're just gonna have to have a sit down so we can come together and figure this all out, so that we can come to some sort of resolution and figure this whole thing out." Meantime, between time, Marcus and his little girlfriend Starkeisha, Shakisha, y'all know who I'm talking about. She gonna tell him that she might be pregnant. Here's the thing. Stop talking about what you might be. Wait till you get a test and you get some confirmation. Ain't no need everybody being upset until you know whether you pregnant or not. All of this, "I might be because I'm a couple of days late on my period." Go get a test. Go to the doctor. And if and when the test come back that you pregnant, then we'll deal with that. But in the meantime and in between time, all this not necessary. Then we get this fake ass. I'm sorry. Then we get this fake ass argument between A1 and Lyrica. The daggone acting was so horrible in this scene. Lyrica's at the house when A1 get home. Lyrica's like, oh, so this what we doing now? You just doing orgies and stuff. She was like, you just being real disrespectful out here in these streets. Like, that's how you disrespecting me. And A1 is like, what are you talking about? Like, you the one that's staying with your mother. Like, you the one, like, you don't even have no place to talk. The reason why we in this is because of your situation with Safari. Like, how you gonna come at me? Like, how, like, the audacity that you gonna come at me. So then she starts talking about so then she starts getting disrespectful and nasty. Starts talking about him being fake, and his braids are fake, and his dreads are fake, and his jewelry is fake. And he was like, oh, well, if my jewelry fake, I bought you your wedding ring. Is that fake too? She was like, it might be. Is the wedding fake? Is your jewelry fake? And I mean, it is horrible. The argument is so forced and it's so horrible. And then Lyrica picks up something and throws it at him. And it is horrible. It's a horrible argument. But I guess it's supposed to. So then she's talking about something, you know what? It's over. It's over. And A1 was like, you know what? You're right. I want a divorce. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was hard to look at. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to look at. But neither here nor there. That's their situation. Then we have Marcus and Brooke. Brooke calls Marcus over to let him know that everything came back negative, that she's cancer free, that she's good to go. And of course, he's happy to hear it or whatever. And Brooke was like, all right, so let's stop playing. It's time for you to come home. And he's like, what you talking about? Like, I love you and everything, but I got a girlfriend and I kind of like her. And Brooke is like, I don't believe this. Like, I didn't tell you to go out here and catch feelings for other people. I told you to go and sow your wild oats. Like, this ain't supposed to be. You ain't supposed to be in no relationship. You ain't supposed to be loving her. And Marcus is like, okay, but the last time I did this for you, you still was tripping. Like, I stopped messing with the person I was messing with to focus on being with you, and then you still wasn't trying to be with me. So I'm really not ready to do that right now. And he kind of has a point, but they whole situation is crazy as hell to me. So then we have to sit down with Fizz, AD, Tiffany, and Moniece. And y'all already know that was a shit show. Y'all know that didn't go nowhere. It ended up being a shit show. Moniece and Tiffany ended up arguing, going back and forth. Fizz actually tried to talk to Moniece, and I feel like he had actually gotten to a point where they were sort of in a good place as far as back on the co-parenting thing. And then here comes Tiffany ass, because they had her outside. They made her stay outside while they could talk. But then here comes Tiffany talking that shit again. And y'all know Moniece don't play that. Y'all know Moniece don't fucking play that. So then Moniece starts talking about her kids. Well, why your kids ain't with you? Why your kids don't live with you? Don't talk about my fucking kids. Don't you talk about my kids. And it ended up being a fucking shit show. Moniece walks out and was like, you know what? Until, I can trust who you gonna have around my child, like this arrangement is over. So y'all know it's about to be some whole custody shit with her and Fizz again. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Y'all know Moniece is crazy. I don't even know. But Fizz, I put this on you. You, out of all the women in the world you could mess with, that's who you choose to mess with. You already knew what was going to happen. You know Moniece is crazy as shit. You already know Moniece didn't rock with this chick. You know there was a history there between Moniece and AD. Like, this is on you, Fizz. You ain't have to mess with that girl. And if you did decide you was going to mess with her, you should have sat Moniece down and had a conversation with her about it before she found out the way she found out. That's my 2 cents. Anyway, y'all, that's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Put it down in them comments. Was the argument between Lyric and A1 as bad as I felt it was? Because that shit was just bad to me. Like, it was hard to watch. It was just hard. Anyway, y'all let me know. Peace.